What's going on, everybody? Welcome into today's show. My name is Joey Petersen. You're watching the Ravens Rundown. And on today's program, we're talking about Todd Monken. Is he possibly on the move from Baltimore to take a head coaching position? Some stuff came out yesterday. We're going to talk about it. And then on the back half, we're going to look at a little bit of Monken replacements. If he does leave, who can fill in that spot as offensive coordinator? But I want you to show him. Let me know. Do you want Todd Monken to stay? If so, do me a favor, like the video. I happen to know on pretty bad authority that he watches every single one of these ones, okay? So if he scrolls on today's video and sees like 400 likes, I'm pretty sure he'll stay. Send a message to him. Click that thumbs up button. Tom Pelissero tweeted out just yesterday, the hashtag Bears put in a request to interview Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken for their head coaching job per source. Okay, and this isn't the first time that he's been looked at as a head coach possibility. Okay, last offseason, he interviewed with the Chargers, and the Panthers also requested him, but he never interviewed with them. Okay, so two teams that were interested in him last year. One of them, he actually took them up on it. Now, this is just a request from Chicago as of right now. He's yet to respond on it. But it's not surprising, guys. When you look at how this offense has played in 2024, and the dominance they've shown. Yards per carry, 5.76. That's the most in NFL history. Yards per play, 6.85. That is the third most in NFL history. And then Lamar Jackson went ahead, had a passer rating of 119.6, which is the fourth highest in NFL history. And it's just crazy to see what he's done with the horses that he's been given. I get it. He has some great horses, but getting this production from three different guys on one offense is insane. Lamar Jackson, total yards, 5,087 this year, 45 total touchdowns, ranks first as a PFF-ranked quarterback, okay? Derrick Henry, 2,114 total yards, 18 total touchdowns, number one ranked PFF running back. Zay Flowers, 1,115 total yards, 4 total touchdowns. He's the 16th ranked wide receiver, okay? So I get it. He's got a lot of good people to work with, but he's putting them in those situations to succeed. There's a reason that guys like Derrick Henry, guys like Lamar Jackson, guys like Zay Flowers, they're all having career years. And it's because they got a guy like Todd Monken who's pointing the ship for him, okay? So what say you guys? Is this the best offense in NFL history? The numbers sure point to that being the truth. But I want to hear what you guys have to say for me in the comment section down below. You might get hit with a YouTube ad break coming up in just a little bit. And when that time comes, take advantage of it. Scroll down the comment section, find this pinned comment, and give me a Y or an N. I don't want to say scary thing about this, but Jonas Schaefer pointed out something really great last night. He said Monken grew up about an hour outside of Chicago. He's also shown a commitment to protecting his quarterback, something the Bears couldn't do this season. So that's going to be an interesting wrinkle in how this all plays out. Does his hometown calling him home, does that have an effect? Is that more attractive going to Chicago? And we talked about the offense with Chicago. They have struggled this year, okay? It's easy to see why they want him. 32nd in yards per game with 283.5. 29th in points per game with 18.2. They let up 68 sacks. Dead last in the NFL. Okay, let's tell you a little bit more about the man we're talking about, though. He's 58 years old. He began his coaching career in 1989 at Grand Valley State. The majority of his experience has been in the NCAA, but he also spent time with the Jags, the Bucks, and the Browns. It is his 10th year with the NFL, though. And then in 2013, he led as the Southern Miss head coach, but he went 13 and 26. So nothing great, right, guys? And he's shown that the one time he's gotten a head coaching experience, that hasn't necessarily gone the best for him, okay? But then again, you look at the offensive numbers for teams in the last 5 years that he's been in charge of offensively, and it's hard to argue with results, okay? In 2020, his first year at Georgia, 32.3 points per game, 38th in the NCAA. Top 40, not bad. Next 2 years, cracked the top 10, then the top 5 with 38.6, 41.1 points. Then goes to Baltimore, his first year there, 4th in the NFL, 2023 with 28.4 points per game. And then this year, 30.5 points per game, third best in the NFL. Okay, and just look at the Monken effect. When you took over and you look at how Lamar did under Greg Roman, and then his first year with a guy like Todd Monken. Okay, he improved in every single statistical category. That yards per attempt is a career high at 8.0. And the only one he went down on, took a little bit dip on, was QBR. But still, every one of those numbers astronomically better than the other. Okay, so I'm pointing to all these things. And this is the Todd Monken propaganda video, it feels like. It's like I'm screaming from the top of my lungs. Chicago Bears, this is why you hired Todd Monken. Well, coming up, I'm going to let you guys know why I don't think he's going to leave. Okay, give you a little more insight on that. But if you want to see Todd Monken coach this upcoming Saturday, and you want to get tickets to that game, you better use our friends over at Game Time. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. The new year brings a lot of great things. Friends, food, celebration, but more importantly, the playoffs. There's nothing that can quite compare to the rush and excitement you feel watching your team win a playoff game, either at home or on the road. And if you want to have that memory for the rest of your life, that's where Game Time can help out. Game Time has an awesome feature. It's called Game Time Picks, and that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, since you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. The tool highlights the best deals, including great and amazing deals, which is the highest value seats at the time. For some events, Game Time Picks also identifies a super deal, which is the best seat value in the venue. And what I love about Game Time is just how easy it is to use, okay? You look at the tickets, go to a team you want to go watch, okay? Say it's the Baltimore Ravens. They got the games listed. You click into the game. You get the stadium overview. Then you click that little Game Time Picks button. You see a super deal right there on the screen. You take advantage of it, then boom, bang, bam, you're checking out in just seconds. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and redeem code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. And in my opinion, guys, the number one reason that I don't think he's going to be a first-time head coach is his age. I think when you're talking about a guy who's never been a head coach before, getting a first-time head coaching job at the age of 58, it's a little bit rare nowadays in this NFL. If you just look at the 8 head coaches hired last year, only one of them's older, and that was Jim Harbaugh, but he wasn't a first-year head coach. And then it was a 38-year-old, a 40-year-old, 45, 43, 48, 37. And then Dan Quinn, he was 54, but again, guys, wasn't a first-time head coach, okay? And so when you look at all those names, when you look at all those ages, it kind of has me thinking, is the team going to take a chance on a guy who's almost 60 to be a first-time head coach? I'm not too sure. Right? They got a great asset in Caleb Williams. I'm sure they want to pair him with a guru like a Todd Monken. You see what he's done for Lamar Jackson, but is it worth the risk? They're going to have to weigh that, okay? Take a guess. What is the % chance Todd Monken is with Baltimore in 2025? You let me know in the comment section down below. If I had to say one, I'd probably say like 70. Okay, I'm feeling good about it, not fantastic about it. I don't give him 70%. You let me know down below. So if he were to leave, I've got 2 names. 2 OC replacements I want to look back at with you guys. First one, T. Martin, the current quarterback coach of the Baltimore Ravens. I'm not just going to talk about him because he won a national championship for the Tennessee Volunteers. Although he did do that, but no, it's obvious what he's meant to this offense. It's obvious what he's meant to this team. And the most important part, it's obvious what he means to Lamar Jackson. Okay, their relationship is like none other. What what T. Martin has been able to do for Lamar, I think it's overshadowed because Todd Monken is such a great coach. I think everything that happens with Lamar, everybody wants to just put it on Todd Monken. Man, look what he's doing with him at quarterback. But I think a lot of that is T, guys. I think T has a lot to do with the success that Lamar's been having in his career. He was wide receiver coach when he first came on with Baltimore. Then he's been the quarterback coach for the last couple of years. And if Todd Monken leaves and you got a franchise quarterback like Lamar Jackson, I think you like to keep a little bit of consistency. I would not be surprised if he got the bump up to OC. My second pick, going with an outside hire, Josh McCown, current quarterback coach of the Minnesota Vikings, and this is twofold. One, I look and see at what he's done with Sam Darnold this year. He's taken a guy that nobody in this league wanted, that had bounced from team to team to team, and he's led them, helped lead them to a 14-win season. 4,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, and yeah, they got two of the better wide receivers in the NFL, but still, nobody wanted to play with Sam Darnold. Josh McCown is part of that. Of course, a lot of it's Kevin O'Connell too, but Josh McCown, I think, is a big part of it. And the other asset I think Josh McCown brings is the fact that he's played for about 100 teams and he played for about 100 years. Okay, sure, I'm being hyperbolic in both of those statements, but you get what I'm saying. There may not be a guy in the entire history of the NFL, outside possibly Josh Johnson, outside possibly Ryan Fitzpatrick, that has been in more NFL locker rooms than this guy right here. That's played for more offensive coordinators than this guy right here. He knows ball. He knows what it takes to coach ball. And I wouldn't mind seeing him in the right shade of purple with the Baltimore Ravens. Okay? So if you had to pick one of those two, you pick one for me in the comment section down below. If you're going with T, type T. If you're going with Josh, type J. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.